Not me.
Say, Charlie.
See, this would be good to have one of those.
45 years ago, my grandfather, McSherry, granddaddy, was ahead of his time. He had the Super 8 movie camera with the big lights on top, and he'd make all these Super 8 videos of us running around, and I thought, you know, that's an awful goofy thing to be recording. I wonder why you want that. And every time I play him back, I think, you know, that is an awful goofy thing to record, but there you go.
This is the guy who lectures me about letting people season their own food? Really?
Hi. You wave hi? Say hi.
Come on. Cat visit. One was you teaching.
Hi.
I didn't see her, but apparently mostly naked or something.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, yes, it is. I think we met.
Yeah. I'm finding all these little nuances that it won't work, and this has to be this way. So it got to be interesting to say the least.
Say hi.
Is the capital of Kentucky pronounced Louisville or Louisville?
All depends on where you live and what how you talk.
Charlie?
It's Louisville because yeah, it's silent. It's Louisville.
The capital is pronounced Louisville. Charlie thought it was Frankfurt
Because if you sound it out Lewis, like people named Lewis, it's spelled.
Baking helps. I don't worry about making that.
Honestly, I don't. I mean, there was one up there for so long. I finally threw it out. She doesn't bake, so. About me.
You're going down, Allison. Allison, you're going down.
Oh, here's the time Charlie decides to
We're here to remember Mom, or Jima, as some of you called her. Maybe Gigi-ma, but
For those who stutter.
or are another generation below. But
Got it now.
but
It takes me a minute.
as you think of Mom, just try to remember the dedication she had to her family, to taking care of us as kids when Dad left, for being a champion for whatever we wanted to do, by giving us advice for things we ought not to, and then for dedicating the last third or so of her life to taking care of Mike and getting him past the, way past what a quadriplegic would normally expect to be. And that's an accomplishment that we can give to both of them, but Mom was there through it all, and we just need to remember her for that, and let it be that if ever any of our kids are in that situation, that we would have the same dedication to them, to see them through a tough time. So with that, cheers, or bottoms up, or what do they say in Germany or Switzerland? Prost.
When they were building on this part of the house, and we were gonna clear out the garage, the old garage that was here. And I was going through Christmas stuffs downstairs on the little workbench, and Mom had gone upstairs to look at something, and all I remember is hearing this crack, crack, and then I heard, "Oh God!" And I turned around, and my mother, who was upstairs, was now sitting on the floor behind me. So I came running in the house, yelling, and left her there because it's just what I do.
There were other people out there.
Yeah, no, there weren't, but there would be as soon as they heard me screaming. So somebody came running out and to there, and I'm trying to dial 911, and I'm yelling at somebody, "What's the number for 911?"
You were yelling at me.
And I was asking him all these questions. Or they asking me, and they're saying, "How old is she?" I don't know. And so Mike would have to tell me, "What's the address?" I don't know. Mike would have to tell me. And then this girl comes walking in with her saying, "Lisa, she's fine. She's fine." And so I got on the phone. I was still on the phone, and I said, "I guess apparently she's fine, but can you send the ambulance for me?" And so I was like, and so I took her to the emergency room. On the way back, I told her, I uncontrollably started laughing. And she asked me, "What are you laughing about?" I said, "I'm sorry, but everything I ever put you through in life, you just paid me back for."
Later that night, we called Tom. Where's Tom?
Behind you. I'm hiding.
We called Tom to come lay me down because Mom's knee was hurting, her left knee. And she was sitting on the edge of the bed, on my bed. We were waiting for Tom to get there. And I back up in my wheelchair. With me in it, it's about 300 pounds. I back up over her foot on the leg that was sore. And I look at her, and she has she's crying, but she has a way of making you laugh. I bust out laughing, and she goes, "You're laughing at me after all the..." I go, "You're making me laugh. Stop it." And it just went on, and she's got tears. And
all children can do is laugh at.
On Wednesday, when we had been called to the hospital early in the morning, and Joy was pretty out of it.
Yeah.
And finally, about 7, when she just all of a sudden becomes lucid, starts talking to us, and she looked at me. I was sitting beside her, and she looked at me. She says, "I was afraid." And I said, "You don't have to be afraid. Somebody will be with you until it's over. You don't have to be afraid. I'll stay with you if you want me to." And she says, "No, you can't." I said, "Yes, I can. I'll make sure that Max takes care of Mike. It's all good. Don't worry about it." She says, "No, you have to take the cats to the vet." So I had to go take the cats to the vet. She told me to.
I think she finally, for all not being here that much and the kids not coming to visit her and stuff, I think she punished me this weekend. I think she basically was looking down and punishing me and going, "There, see, now I repaid you." But starting out this weekend, Thursday was a trip that we had planned for over 9 months. And we left and we got to the site that we had, and I could camp and dry camp, but Teresa cannot. And when we got there, our site didn't have power or water. So, and basically the trailer, the 2 batteries, even though I trained in that field, worked in it for 30 years, I knew the batteries were weak, but I wasn't going to worry about it because it was plugged into electricity. Not a problem. Uh-oh, now we're in trouble. The campground is booked solid. There is no site available. So I thought, okay, fine, we'll just endure tonight. I'll go up, I'll get 2 new batteries in the morning when I pick up the boat and bring it down. And so in the morning at 5 after 6, I left. I stopped, I got some coffee, I drove home, which is an hour and 20-minute drive. Drove home, got out of the truck, had it backed up to the boat, walked back, looked, reached into my pocket to get the key to unlock the boat lock, and went, "Oh great, I have my spare set of keys. I have no key to the boat lock." And then I go, "Oh great, I got no key to the hitch on the back of the truck, so I can't unlock the truck and put the 2-inch ball on there." So, I mean, through this weekend, I think she finally got even with me. She got even. You're looking down, punishing me. But she just made me work at it a little bit harder. But it all turned out, and it all turned out good. Just like her. All the times I thank her for teaching me how to bake. You know, brownie pudding.
Selling Avon?
I remember her selling that.
Yeah. She would get those little tiny lipstick sample things, which I thought were the coolest things in the world. And she would always wonder where they went. Well, I know.
She knows now.
She knows too. And I just hope, for me, I hope she's up there, and you know, Grandpa Bill, her, Grandma Linda, Charlie, they're all enjoying it.
And
I had a sheet of plywood that we would pull out the back and make a ramp going into this van. And I had a manual chair, and Mom at, let's see, she would have been close to 50. No, yeah, she would have been 50 or older. Would be pulling me up. First, she'd pulled the plywood out of the van, set it on the bumper, and then walk up the ramp with me, pulling me, turn me around, lock me in, then have to grab and shove the plywood back in the van for me to go somewhere. And she was at 50 doing this.
We'd have difficulty too when you go to concerts. Mike and I go to concerts in Seattle, and sometimes you couldn't get in the lane you want to get on the freeway, so sometimes we did take an alternate lane, but then realized we needed to still turn left, and we'd do that, but Mike wouldn't always like stay on one wheel, on two wheels. He'd start to list a bit, and he'd be yelling something like, "Ahoy, matey," or something like that. Anyway, I'm sure that was it. Yeah, it was something, it might have had more words than that, but as he was sort of going over to the passenger seat, and then one day he moved up to where they actually could strap the chair down to the van floor. That was much later.
Which was a good thing.
Van.
Oh yeah. Well, when I was going to school, Scott would use the orange pumpkin van. He would drive me up in the morning and then go back to Tacoma to go to work. But Mom would drive up in my black van. Was it my black? And
she did that for a while. She didn't really like it.
And I did have the lift in it then.
The lift at the time.
So she would pick me up, but she would bring, because she knew I was cold, she would bring a hot thermos of boiling hot chicken broth or something before she left. So we're tooling down the freeway coming home at 70 miles an hour. She liked to drive fast. And she's got one hand on the wheel. I'm sitting between the seats. She's holding the bottle back there trying to find my mouth with the straw. She's driving, watching that, and paying attention, looking in the mirror.
You're just throwing it at the other person. It's just for fun. It's your thing. And you have to pick it up at the end. Yeah. Oh, cool. If you participate in it, then when it's over, you have to pick up all the pieces. And with little kids.
Who did you want to get with that?
Gabe.
No, 2 against 4.
You want to fight, Trevor? This is a bag.
Over there.
Wait a minute, don't at them.
Oh, okay! The A is for me! What the heck?
Stop! I'm out! Yeah, no face shots, you guys, okay? Alright. Now that's my better. I'm so sorry!
What was that? Oh, you're going down! Oh, God! No, I think it was just me, Gabriel. Oh, what the heck? I got an airfield on top! Hey! You kept asking for it! No! Oh, no! You guys can't hit me! Don't hit in the bucket! You get shot! Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen now?
Someone hit me!
Don't have you die! You have to come over here eventually.
Oh my cheerleader!
Yeah, you have to come over here eventually.
No, it's too close!
Okay, you guys get Trevor! Get Trevor! Keep going! Don't! Get it! Go!
Trevor! Joseph, he's not wet yet! I am running your blood! Joseph! Oh, you cheater! Remember that thing? Oh, yeah! Careful, you said!
I win!
Help me! Get it! I dumped the water on him! My mom said I can't get too wet.
Ken?
Trevor dumped me in there.
Oh.
And I couldn't breathe in there. Robin!
Don't bite me.
Oh! Oh, my underwear's soaked and wet!
How about it? I'm done.
My underwear's soaked and wet.
You're soaked and wet?
In my underwear.
In your underwear too?
From the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shore. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells. For every grain of sand upon the beach, I've got a kiss for you, and I've got more left over for each star that twinkles in the blue pearly shells. From the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shore. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells. For every grain of sand upon the beach, I've got a kiss for you, and I've got more left over for each star that twinkles in the blue pearly shells. From the ocean, shining in the sun, covering the shore. When I see them, my heart tells me that I love you more than all the little pearly shells.